Welcome to the Four Real Sisters podcast. Unscripted, unfiltered, unforgettable. I'm Samantha, 57, the bossy one.
I'm Karen, 55, the outspoken one.
I'm Trudy, 52, the rebel.
And there's actually four of us, but our baby sister couldn't make it for now. She'll join us very soon, and trust us, she is worth the wait. Now, today's topic is the day our mum shocked us all. So, what happened was, I was 15, 16, and I remember my mum, who was about 34, 35, well, our mum rather, and this is a bit personal, but she thought she was going through the change, which is what they called it then, so menopause for people who don't know what the change is, and she went to the doctors. So anyway, back then, like 1983 you're talking, that's how long ago it is, the doctor gave her a pregnancy test. And we all remember thinking, well, why have you had a pregnancy test, Mum, when you've been sterilised? Now, I thought, looking back, she'd been sterilised for 9 years, because obviously I had two younger sisters. But apparently, she was sterilised for only 3 years. So I'm not sure where the 9 years comes from. Maybe for 9 years I've been wanting another baby or sister. Because there's enough of you two, maybe. But anyway, she had this pregnancy test, and all the other blood tests and everything were okay, so she wasn't going through the menopause. And I remember being outside New Look in the town centre the day she'd been to the doctors and got the result. And as she walked up to me, she was just walking a bit funny, and then I thought, what's wrong with her? So she got up to me and I said, hi, Mum. I said, what's wrong? She just looked at me and went, Samantha, I'm pregnant. Well, you can imagine. At that moment in time, I was absolutely ecstatic, but she was in full-on shock. So I was like, going to be 16. This little baby was due July 1984. And I actually can't remember what happened then. I just remember being really, really, really excited. So obviously, she came back home. And then I'm going to leave it to Karen and Trudy to let you say now, how did you find out about that news?
I didn't like it.
Well, I remember being, of course, I'd come home from school. And I sort of looked at her and I went, well, I think I sort of would have, I'm saying I went, because it's a long time ago.
How old were you at the time then, Karen?
14. I was 14 when Catherine was born.
Right.
I was shocked, but I think I was pretty happy. Yeah. It wasn't, I was all right with it. I wouldn't have been the middle child anymore, because there would have been another one as well.
Yeah. And how
Didn't go down well with me.
How old were you, Trudy, then, at the time when you found out?
I was 10. I'd just finished primary school. I was going into big school.
So you'd have been coming up 11, that next Christmas?
Yeah.
Right. Wow. So what do you remember about it?
Not very nice. I just took everything away from me, really. I was spoiled.
Definitely.
Well, you've been
This little girl.
You'd been the youngest,
And I was the youngest.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden this other person came into my life, and that was it.
So how did you deal with Mum actually being pregnant?
I don't know, I can't really remember.
So yes, I can remember.
I think it was all very vivid. I know I remember her having her, and I didn't like it, because I felt like I was just like, well, do you know what, try. You're under carpet now. See you later.
Yeah.
I was the forgotten child, I think. Then.
But I don't think you were. It's maybe how you were feeling. Yeah. Yeah, so I remember. I mean, I do remember Mum going in and having her. But what Samantha hasn't said, that Mum had actually been sterilised for 3 years. Oh, no, you did say, yes.
For some reason, I thought it was 9.
Yeah, so she had been sterilised for these 3 years, so we actually never, ever expected that there'd be another one.
Yeah, because she was told it was 100%, so she would never, ever get pregnant again as well.
Yeah.
So, obviously, since then, it's another story, but I've been sterilised and they only tell you it's 98% now. But she was literally told back then that it would be 100% sterilised and that she would never be pregnant again.
But obviously,
so we did get this little miracle.
Yeah,
and I love her now.
I literally love her to pieces.
Oh yeah,
yeah. No, she's completed it.
She has completed us.
And I remember
Three
I
became
was
four.
there. I was going into the sixth form, so she was born in the July, so I was going into the sixth form in that September. But I just remember getting up before school and feeding her, and then when I passed my driving test when I was 17, because I passed it within 3 months of turning 17.
Yeah, that's another podcast. Talk about driving.
I remember having the baby car seat in my little green Mini.
Your little green
Yeah,
Mini. That,
and she came everywhere with me.
yeah,
She
that
literally came everywhere
you used to
with me.
take us to school in.
Yeah. But I had the car seat in the back.
Yeah, you did.
So it's very interesting. There was a rumour around at one point that people actually thought that she was my baby.
That went for a
Because
lot of years.
Because obviously when Mum was pregnant, obviously it was a shock to her. So she was 34, 35, never expecting it anymore. So she didn't really go out a lot, did she?
No.
Mum couldn't drive then either, could
No, she couldn't. No.
And she's very small. What is Mum, 5'1"?
Yeah.
5'1", yeah. So not a lot of people actually saw her pregnant, but honestly, rumours.
I do remember
So when I
the
laugh
pram.
about it now.
Yeah.
I remember the pram, the big pram.
Yeah,
That she had that navy one, and then she used to have that sun canopy thing, all them bloody stupid tassels on.
Yeah. Well, I remember while she was in, oh God, while she was in Helm Chase, that Daddy decided that we'd have a roast dinner. So, and she had a pressure cooker then, and I said, right, well, I'll do the potatoes. The mashed potatoes. So we put them all into this pressure cooker. What we didn't do was, we didn't drain the water out.
Oh.
Do you not remember? We all had really soggy mashed potatoes.
No,
They were like,
I don't remember that.
they were liquid. They were like a liquid
So
potato.
he must have made us a roast dinner for all us three then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Because
to be
how long
fair-
did they stay in Helm Chase then? Because it was Helm Chase she was born.
Probably, I think it was
This
about 5 days.
5 days then, it was 5
Yeah.
days.
So, and I've got to admit this, right? Dad was a brilliant dad. He was a brilliant dad, but he never did anything in the house.
No.
You know, Mum did everything. She did. She looked after
Decorating.
us. She
Decorated the garden.
Yeah, looked
Everything.
after us, fed us all. Dad didn't do anything. So this whole Sunday lunch thing was like, oh my God. So we all decided to help. Well, I decided to help. You've never been really good at cooking, Sam.
Actually, I am
Sorry.
I'm actually, you need to take
You're
that back.
getting
I'm all right now. Yeah. If I want, I can
You're
cook
getting
if I want.
better.
I can cook if I want to. I make a good
I
roast.
don't know, I can't, it's weird really, because I can't, certain times I can't really, because I don't think I was ever in. I was always at somebody's house.
Yeah, you were.
I was always
Do you think that's
sleeping
why?
at-
Because
I
you
think
felt
so,
you
yeah.
just felt a bit
Out of
You
it.
were, I don't think
Pushed
you
out.
weren't pushed out though. You know,
But that's how
you
I-
were, yeah, you
yeah,
I
felt-
felt like a bit of a black sheep really, that's how I felt.
I suppose, looking back now.
And as I got older, I did feel quite upset about stuff, because I felt like my childhood had gone, sort of thing.
That's probably because you had too much of it, maybe up to you were 10, 11.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, I've had 11 years, haven't I?
And I think in a way now, like you say, if we look back at these things,
Yeah.
actually, we possibly didn't help because we put everything onto Catherine because there's this
Watching the baby,
lovely baby that's come
Of
along,
course it is. You do.
and then sort of everything. So because me and you had always been quite close,
Yeah.
we like say we shared a room and everything else, and then all of a sudden that's gone.
And maybe
Not intentionally,
No.
but when you look back now
Yeah.
and you can see these things as you get older,
it's like, because I remember,
it is quite hard.
because I was like 16, 17, 18. Obviously, as she was growing up. So when she was 18, she was 2 when I was 18. So I would take her every single Saturday I had. I'd take her out with me. I remember going into town with her and taking her for coffee to that co-op cafe at the top of that supermarket.
See, we used to as well.
So
We used to
I
take
would,
her everywhere.
whereas I took
And I was with
Catherine.
Stephen.
Yeah. Whereas I took Catherine, I probably would have taken you if Catherine hadn't come along. So yeah, I do get that.
Yeah.
That side.
So to be a fair truth, we're all to blame.
Oh,
Well, that's alright. I'm alright. I'm a
I'm
toughie.
sorry. Yeah,
I'm
sorry
a tough
you felt
cookie.
like
It
that.
was one of them, innit?
Yeah.
But it was good
Yeah,
times,
you do.
though. It was good times.
I
in a
remember
way.
putting she used to have that leather little chair, that swivel one.
Yeah.
I can remember many times putting her in there. I probably did it on purpose.
And whiz around.
Whiz around, so when she come off, she fell over.
Right, but
Yeah, but I'm going to say something else here, right? I
What
don't know
you
if you're
do.
maybe going to say the other thing. What she actually taught her to say.
Oh, yeah.
And I will never
I
forget
did.
being
To
up on
record her.
on the park, up at top of Field on the park,
Yeah.
and actually calling people on the park this name. Can you not remember
It
it?
was a couple of names.
It was 2
Was it?
names.
Beginning with BB.
Yeah.
I used to record her.
So I'm going to actually say it out there. She taught her how to call everybody, and it was everybody, was a bugger bitch.
She set up her.
And she never said anything else. She just looked at people and she used to call them a bugger bitch. And that was down
That's
to
like your
Trudy.
revenge, isn't it? Yeah. I want to ask the question because I'm like thinking now, how did we all used to fit in the car?
In which car?
Dad's car.
Well, you never really came anywhere.
You never came anywhere once.
I started driving.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I
can't even remember. We never really went on holiday as much.
No,
When
not until
Catherine
she
came, because we would go to Wales, we'd go to Devon, we went to Cornwall.
Yeah. I think for a few years, actually.
I think
it was a few years.
Shock at sitting with both of them, really.
With mum and dad.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's a big thing. You know, you've had a child.
Dad wanted a boy, didn't he?
11 years ago. Yeah, but if you had to actually ask him now, he said he would never, ever change the fact that he's got 4 daughters.
No, that's nice.
Yeah. He does get jealous sometimes.
I think he gets very jealous of us all now.
Especially that when we're talking and then we try and like go in a different room and that, and he's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, he does. See,
he only needs to know what he needs to know. Mum always used to say that.
Yeah.
All he needs to know what he needs to know.
That's what's happening when your daughters and your wives say stuff. You only need to know what you need to know.
And she always used to say, never trust a sleeping man.
Oh yes, definitely. I agree with that
all
one.
the time.
Yeah,
and I've always said
I do agree with that one.
Yeah.
You don't ever trust Dad if he's asleep because he's not asleep.
No, that's because they always say
needs to know what he needs to know.
Exactly.
When we tell him.
Yeah, so growing up with her,
so she used to come, because obviously we used to go to Salcroft, didn't we? Most weekends. And to Steamtown, to the trains.
Yeah.
She's missed out on all that then, really, when she was younger. She must have started going when she was about 7-ish, do you think?
No, she was younger than that.
She was younger than that.
I remember going to Salcroft.
I remember going to Salcroft, and I remember going to Steamtown when she was like 2 or 3. So I do remember Dad taking us. But
I wasn't there. I was
driving 18, so you were out.
Our nan used to take us as well, though, sometimes, to Steamtown.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Nana Wade. She used to take us. But no, I think, I mean, I do remember Catherine going to, like, Salcroft when she was a baby.
Because there is pictures and stuff like that Mum's got.
But I think once you turn, in them days, I think that once you turned 16 and you left school, it's completely different than what it is now. Yeah, but it's still different than what it is now. Yeah, you know, when we were growing up, I left school, you went straight into a job. But, I mean, I got my first job at 12.
I was 13. I
was 14. Where did you work at 12?
Oh, I could have been 14.
I worked with you.
14?
No, I was 12 at the Cherry Tree restaurant. Washing pots.
My first job was at Woolworths.
Yeah.
Wow. 14. After school.
Oh, I remember buying my first 7-inch vinyl.
I can remember going for interview. There was quite a few of us. And we had to do tests. That's another story.
Yeah.
It was
funny.
No,
little Catherine came along. She was a little dot, wasn't she?
She was, yeah.
Like
she was so cute.
Yeah, she was.
Oh, she loved Whitney Houston.
Oh, yeah. She used to sing.
Yeah. Got some pictures there. Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
We'll get her to sing when she comes on the podcast because obviously you will all meet her soon.
Yeah,
when she comes on. But yeah, there's lots that she missed out with us when we were growing up.
And then at that time we tested in Woolworths. And she wanted something and she's literally tugging on Mum. I want.
So, Trudy, do you want to say? So, up until the age of quite old, 3, Catherine was breastfed.
Oh, yes, she was.
And I remember being in Woolworths, and she was pulling on, Mum, I want titty. And that's
she did. She was
I think I was with you that day as well.
Mum was like, that's it.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Mum tried everything to get her off that. Yeah. I remember her going to the doctors and it was prescribing stuff and all sorts, and then Catherine just wouldn't have it. She just wanted it. She'd have to sit down.
She would, but she would pull.
Sit down.
She would pull a top.
Yeah.
God, when you think now we've got our own kids and what they were like at 3 to still be doing that at 3. I mean, fair play to people. I think people still do nowadays anyway.
Some people
it's each to their own, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I've got to admit, she has got the strongest teeth out of us all.
Yeah, she has.
She's got beautiful teeth.
So
it could be something to do with that.
Yeah, mine were terrible. Absolutely awful. But no, it was.
Our husbands sometimes, though, are awful to her. You were still on that tit until you were 7.
I wonder what she'd say about that, honestly. Does she remember? I've never said to her, Catherine, do you actually remember?
Yeah, no, I know.
I've never asked her that question.
No.
Because I can remember things back to when I was 2. Just before 2, odd thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't.
I can.
No, I can. So I don't know, I think this is like, we've got so many things that we're going to be discussing on these podcasts.
Yeah, I can remember way back.
Yeah, I can.
I can remember living on Hopac.
I can't. Well, I didn't there. I lived here.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can remember lots of things, to be fair.
I think it's fair to say, out of the whole 4 of us, that Karen's probably got the best memory. And I think it might just boil down to all them books she read.
She was boring.
And all them telling you stories.
I still am.
Yeah, I know.
I am. I'd much rather be somewhere with a book.
My dressing gown on.
Yeah.
I do love my dressing gown, but...
No, it's more garden now. I like being in the garden.
Yeah.
That's another podcast, I suppose. What we like to do as our hobbies.
You know what? It'd be interesting for Catherine to talk about, though, what she's learned from us.
Yes.
Growing up.
Oh.
Because I do know, and I do feel that I didn't have my first child till I was 26 because I knew how hard it was to look after a baby. That's the sort of the big take I get out of it.
Yeah.
Even I loved her and I took her everywhere, but I saw how hard it was. Because obviously, when I was 16 and Mum had this baby, you two still had to go to school, so she was still getting up.
Yeah.
In the morning to get you two out to school, even though I was going.
Yeah.
So I would get up earlier. I remember taking Catherine downstairs, feeding her. So she must have had a bottle at some point.
Didn't like school.
She must have had a bottle at some point, though, for me to take her down. Unless I just took her down and changed the nappy and just kept her entertained until Mum sorted you two out with your uniforms and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a hard one, really, isn't it?
I do remember Mum had her next to her. She had drawers. And...
Drawers in the bottom of the bed.
Yeah, and one of them was luckily pulled out. And I remember she was next to her, and when they woke up, and you don't put them in the bed or whatever, people... They were like, where's she at? She's fallen and gone into a drawer.
It's a good
I don't remember that one.
I
don't remember that one.
Isn't it a good job the drawers?
Yeah, I know.
Well, I think if you had to ask Mum, I think when I was a baby, I don't think they could afford a cot, and I think I actually slept in a drawer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that.
Well, they did in those days.
Mum was like 18, 19 when she had me.
Yeah.
So they've been together since they were 13 and 15.
Yeah.
Got married at 17 and 19, and then
Still together now.
and I came along, and then
Yeah. What was it, next year?
so that was
60 years.
Married.
Wow.
So that was, when you think back, that was a huge shock at 35 to have another one.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
It is when you've got your mind set on that you're not having any more.
No.
Yeah.
It's just like your world's just
Exploding.
You know what, though?
goes
Yeah.
into turmoil, doesn't it? It's just
What a miracle, though, your body is.
Oh, yeah.
For her tubes to have literally grown back together.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, your body is
It's good to know that Mum and Dad were still very active, though.
Oh, I really, really don't need to know that. That is just like, no. That is a
But it is, though, isn't it? To be fair, after 3 daughters, anyway. I mean, I think back now, I feel a bit sorry for them, because their life was just
starting.
blown up. It's like,
And it was, yeah. I agree with you on
you know,
that.
there have been 35 and 37.
Yeah, but
It's like,
Trudy,
that's
you were, how old were you though when you had your last child?
I had Faye in 2001. You'd have to count back, I can't.
14 years ago. And what are you now?
Oh, Chaz.
There's 20.
Oh, it's 50. What was I thinking?
What year do you think we're in? We're in 20
No,
years.
from 2001
To now is 24 years.
Oh God, it is, yeah, sorry.
So,
yeah.
and what are you now?
Oh my
So
God.
you were 28?
Yeah.
How old?
28. So that's not too bad. I was 23 when I had my last child.
28 for your last child, that's not bad.
How old?
I was 23 when I had my last.
I was 28 when I had my last.
Which is also another another story, isn't it, when you're with your children?
I was 18 when I had my first.
Yeah, I was 19.
That's why you've got all them grandchildren.
Yeah. But I'd been on the pill.
I'd been on the pill.
Yeah. So it was just, that, like I said, that's another
And I didn't find out till I was 23 weeks pregnant.
I do sometimes think that, like, your body's, if you're meant to get pregnant, I just feel like you will get pregnant.
Yeah.
It's one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether you're on the pill, my mum's proved it, and she's sterilised.
Yeah. Stephen always said that he all he had to do was put his trousers on the edge of bed.
Oh my God, that is like so.
Mine was you only have to just put it in with that third time. You're all right, child.
Yeah. So really though, big families running our family,
Yes,
don't they?
yeah.
You know, there was
The thing is though, if Catherine hadn't come along, it could have been completely different for him.
Yeah.
You just never know where that
No.
they might have gone separate ways. Because it is hard when your kids grow up and you're left. It is hard.
Oh my God, yeah.
Massively.
And
you know what?
To be fair, Truth, I think that's another podcast that we need to be
that-
talking
oh,
about,
that-
because that
it's
whole
horrible.
what is
Empty
it
nest
called?
syndrome.
Yes.
I had that.
Yeah.
I had it. I've got to admit, I had that, and I had to go through that on my own, obviously, because I'm on my own. But
I
Yeah.
had that really
I had
bad
that.
something.
And
I didn't think
really
I
bad
didn't
as
think
well.
I would go through it, but I literally did go through that.
Like I'd
That
sit
was
there and
major.
cry, it's like, Jonathan was like, what are you crying for? And it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 100%. And I think that's actually going to be quite a good topic, because I think there's a lot of people out there
Yeah.
that do suffer from that, and
Yeah.
it's silently, and they don't know. You know, they've got nobody to talk to.
I think
nobody
it's
to
because you
turn
think
to.
that it's like sometimes like you've got your kids and they go and they stay at friends and they go away for a while, but it isn't until they actually get all their things, actually pack all their things, and
Yeah.
physically move out of the house.
Yeah.
So there's nothing left of them in
No.
the bedroom or anything. That's when it hit me. Yeah,
Mine
that's when it
hit me
massively.
when she was going out all the time, because she was very independent and very, very confident. So I had this little person that wanted to come everywhere with me. Then all of a sudden she didn't want to.
Yeah.
And then we had this freedom of going out and doing whatever we wanted to do. It was just like...
I wonder what Mum and Dad felt like when we all moved out after having 4 of us.
I would say Mum probably... I don't
Not
think as much...
nastily.
I don't think as much Dad.
No. I think she missed us.
But I think Mum would
I
have
think
missed
Mum
us.
misses us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think she still probably does now.
I think she still misses us now. Sometimes when she says things, I
Yeah.
think to myself, yeah, she does miss us.
Yeah,
You
because
can
she
ring up
wants
and
me
it's
to come
like-
and stay, and obviously I can. It's easier for me to stay than you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Because you've got to bring your men.
Yeah.
I just come up with a little bag.
I do also think me moving away now as well is probably a big thing.
Because like I can ring up and I might not have spoken to him for 2 days. I do try and FaceTime him every morning as much as I can. And she's like, well, we haven't heard from you. Mum, I spoke to you yesterday.
I think you're a good daughter, because mine could be weekly.
No, I
Yeah,
do
she
try-
often just said to me, have you heard from Karen? I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah,
I do try and speak to him.
Yeah.
I FaceTime. Since things, whatever,
Yeah.
I do try and FaceTime him. And I like FaceTiming because I'd rather see them to talk to
Yeah.
him than just talk on the telephone.
That's maybe what I should do. I maybe should.
I FaceTime him most mornings.
I have to go.
After 8.
I have to go into a field.
Yeah. But how
I've
good
got
is it?
the
How
internet.
good is it, Catherine, now though, that she's actually got teenagers, and we can help her through that now because we've actually been through
Yes.
everything that
Yeah,
Catherine's
yeah.
been through.
True. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because when your kids get to teenagers, it's just a whole new.
I think.
You know, it gets easier in some things, but I have always said when you get to teenagers, it's just.
I think
Gets back
it's.
into the
I
things.
don't even think it's teenagers nowadays. I think it's once you hit that 11 and you go to secondary school. I think the whole teenage thing now has gone, like, would they say backward or forward? Whereas now it's at an earlier age.
Forward, isn't it?
An earlier age. And
Feeling and doing everything sooner.
Yeah, and I do think mobile phones, that doesn't help, but anyways, that's another thing. But I do think that you know, it's been so, when you go to secondary. So I remember going to secondary school, right? So I remember going, oh my God, I've got to say this. Why would she let me do it? So I've got a vision in my head. If you know when we used to go to, when you had that day at secondary school, before you left primary school, you always went, didn't
Oh
you?
yeah, for a trial, like a trial day.
Yeah,
type
trial
thing,
day.
yeah.
I went in a full Austrian dress. I've got the vision in my head.
Why?
Why would Mum let me go in a full Austrian dress? Because I remember Nan and Grandad.
I think you used to like dressing up.
I did.
Yeah.
But going to secondary
Because you
school.
probably might have had a loud tantrum because you used to have tantrums.
You just knew that I was there already and I'd look after you. That's
Yeah,
what it
but
was.
Sam, really? In an Austrian full, and I mean it was the full thing with the pinny. I think Grandad Wade had been to Austria and they'd brought it back for us.
Oh,
And I think it was only me who wanted one, so of course this is what I got.
Well, I didn't
So,
want
just going back to Catherine a minute. So when Catherine started secondary school, were you still there?
No.
So she literally went to
I wasn't
secondary.
there.
No.
We'd all gone.
Oh no, yeah.
Oh, yeah, so we'd all gone. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to hear her take on all this.
Yeah,
because she's done it on her own, really.
Yeah,
She
has.
would have been, what, 6 when I had...
When you left.
No, when I had
Oh.
my first child.
She was 5 when she was 7.
7,
She was
sorry.
5 when I had my first.
Yeah, because she was 10 when I had my first, because she used to come stay with me all the time.
So she started school at...
Yeah.
So would she... No,
So when I had...
I'm just trying to think of like when Catherine started school and I had my first, and for my first starting school. But she would, Catherine was still at the same school as my first.
Wow.
Yeah.
So my first started in reception and Catherine was in year 6.
So
is
when,
it now?
when Catherine started big school,
Yeah.
and I lived in town, she
Yeah.
would come literally every weekend and stay at my house.
Yeah.
And I mean every weekend.
So she's always had that with us all, hasn't she?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I loved her. I used to say, can I come Friday? She used to stay Friday, Saturday. Then she would go do whatever. Even her and her friends would come back.
Yeah.
That's
And
why
they every weekend.
That's why she didn't have children till she was in her late
Yeah,
20s.
Her and her friends were great babysitters for me.
Yeah, because
They were a bit
she
great.
was the oldest one. She would have been about 2, 3
Yeah.
when she came. She used to come from school
So,
every weekend.
is there anything else that you remember great about Catherine when she came along?
No.
Oh, I do.
We can have a laugh about it because she's not here now, but
we can. I love her.
she knows we love her, yeah.
Yeah, very much
Yeah.
so. Absolutely. Like I say, we're what are we, 4 peas in a pod?
Mm.
I just remember just being so excited about it. I remember I was working at my Saturday job in the clothes shop, and then I got the phone call.
Yeah.
No, it was good. It was good.
Mm.
So there's nothing
No.
else.
No.
One take from it.
I don't know really. I've got many takes from it. I think having her and fulfilling our lives. She
Yeah.
fulfilled us.
She fulfilled us and, like I said, loved to pieces.
She just entertained us, didn't she?
She did.
She did.
From the minute
She
she
did.
could walk and talk.
Yeah. Honestly,
I remember I've got like loads of pictures. I need to get them all out because of actual physical pictures of her. I've put makeup on her and I've had her posing on chairs and all sorts.
I've got a picture of her
And
actually
her hair's all really long.
on the bench outside.
Yeah.
Didn't she crimp her hair?
Yeah, we used to crimp all her hair all the time.
Yeah.
But she was so mad on Whitney Houston. Absolutely mad on Whitney Houston. And I'm sure she stood with a hand on her head and her other hand on her hip in a pink dress outside on the bench. And she'll have been about 3.
Mm.
Yeah, she had long, beautiful, long, dark hair.
She did, yeah.
Yeah, she was beautiful.
Yeah.
She was beautiful.
So Catherine is going to be joining us very, very, very soon. So this is the 3 of us from the 4 Real Sisters podcast. We'll be back next week with even more chaos. Our next topic is the secrets we swore we'd never tell. So that's going to be very exciting. I just know that you two have got more than me, I think.
We'll see.
So, thank you very much, everyone, for listening to the 4 Real Sisters podcast. Unscripted, unfiltered, unforgettable. Don't forget to follow, share, and subscribe. And we will see you next week. Until then, keep it real!